afternoon, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, and all of Central Alabama. This is the CBS 42 News at Noon.
Hello there. Happy Friday. I'm Jamie Langley. We begin with breaking traffic news today. From Trussville this afternoon, police there confirmed that Highway 11 is shut down in both directions right now. That's near Tutwiler Farm subdivision, and it's because of a gas leak. Crews are working to contain it, but until then, you should probably take an alternative route if traveling through that area. Also, following breaking news from Birmingham, Birmingham Fire is on the scene of a head-on collision on 1st Avenue North and 35th Street. That's in front of the Waterworks facility. They're reporting multiple injuries there. We are working to learn more about these accidents, so stay with us for continuing coverage. We'll have more coming up on the CBS 42 News at 5. Wildfires, the drought, it continues to cause major problems across our area, and new at noon today, we've now learned that since October 1st, there have been 1,028 wildfires here in Alabama. That number seems to grow every day. This is video of one of the newest wildfires. This is off of Highway 280, and firefighters say it started after someone tossed a cigarette butt out the window. Crews were able to keep it from spreading to businesses and homes, so that's a bit of good news, but hey, we got to play it safe. Developing now, the Chilton County Sheriff's Office is looking for a suspected arsonist. Sheriff John Sheeran says that fires started yesterday morning, burning in the refuge community and near the Gap of the Mountain area. Well, by afternoon, crews had contained them, but 2 abandoned homes were destroyed. Sheeran says it appears someone drove through the area, setting one fire after another.
If there's somebody doing that, could they start a fire near us, close enough to, put us in danger? So, yeah, we're concerned about it.
The sheriff's office is looking for a truck like this one in this picture. Take a good look at this. It's an 80s model Ford with a white stripe. If you have any information, please call the sheriff's office. The number 755-4698. Well, we are so glad it's Friday around here. I know you guys probably share our sentiments. Storm Track meteorologist Ashley Gann joins us now with a first look at our Friday forecast. And Ashley, I ask you this every day, but we need it so desperately. Any rain in sight?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Today marks the 40th day that we've seen rain-free days, and that is what is perpetuating this drought and actually increasing the effects of that drought. Just last night, the new drought monitor came out for the week. It comes out every Thursday, so on Friday we have some new information for you. Here's a look at where we're seeing the exceptional drought. This is the most intense, the highest drought category, D4, and that's all the way from Anniston all the way to Birmingham and Alabaster, so Jefferson, Shelby counties included, and now an extreme or severe drought for all of West Alabama. So the situation is worsening, and when we have temperatures well into the mid to upper 80s, it's just drying things out even more, and things are beginning to just really die. The grass is dying, but that creates brush. So whenever we have these brush fires, it creates just basically extra material that can become flammable. 84 currently in Jasper, 81 in Birmingham. Beautiful blue sky, but again, we desperately need the rain. Lower 80s from Anniston all the way to Tuscaloosa. We're well on our way into the mid 80s this afternoon. Could be seeing record-breaking heat today. I'll break that down for you and what you can expect for the weekend ahead in your Storm Track 7-day forecast. Jamie?
Hey, thank you, Ashley. Happening right now, fans are already tailgating for tomorrow's big Magic City Classic at Legion Field. And hey, the field is ready, and the anticipation, it continues to build. Tomorrow will be the 75th anniversary of the iconic game, and this morning, the Ricky Smiley and Tom Joyner morning shows were broadcasting live from the BJCC. Now, tailgaters say that the game is all about getting people together.
Can't help but come out here to the Magic City Classic. You think you're missing something if you don't come. And if you don't come, you're going to be on the internet or calling, what happened, who was there. So it's just a magic about the Magic City Classic, I guess.
Now, there is a new security policy in place, so you might want to check this out if you're planning on attending. Only small, clear bags will be allowed into the stadium. Now, we have more information on WIAT.com. All you got to do is type in the search bar, Magic City Classic. Well, if you're heading to the Classic and need a job, you may be in luck. Birmingham Jefferson County Transit Authority is hosting its Magic City Classic Job Fair. That's tomorrow. It will take place in the tailgate area of Legion Field between lots L and M. The Transit Authority needs to fill several positions, including bus technicians and operator trainees. That fair starts at 9 o'clock. It'll end at 3. Happening today, the community will say their final goodbyes to the Centerpoint High School student who was struck and killed by a car. Investigators say that Jeremiah Glass was walking on Sunday when the car hit him. And his memorial service, it's this afternoon from 2 until 8 at the Faith Memorial Chapel on East Roebuck Parkway. The funeral is tomorrow at New Rising Church in Birmingham. We have all of that information on our website as well. Check it out there at WIAT.com. Just search Jeremiah Glass. New at noon today, we now know the name of the pedestrian hit and killed on Green Springs Highway yesterday. You may remember we told you about this as breaking news yesterday on the News at Noon. Well, the Jefferson County coroner says that 34-year-old Jarius Martez Culliver was killed after being hit. That happened in front of the Title Max business. Investigators believe that the driver simply did not see Culliver as he came down the hill. In campaign 2016, the man accused of vandalizing Donald Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is commenting on that situation. He was released from jail yesterday afternoon.
I'm not at all ashamed of what I've done. What Mr. Trump has done is he sort of derailed the entire election. I got so upset, I got so frustrated and angry, and that's why I did this.
Well, that's James Otis you just heard from. He was arrested on felony vandalism charges for doing that. Happening today, it's a big day for the Statue of Liberty. 130 years ago, Lady Liberty officially became a national monument. President Grover dedicated her back on October 28, 1886. Man, she's still looking great, isn't she, for her age? Well, a fun fact, the Statue of Liberty is inspired by Libertas, which is the Roman goddess of freedom. A little tidbit of information for you there. Well, construction continues to slow down drivers in the Tuscaloosa area. Real-time traffic anchor Rachel Lumberg shows us how to stay on time and keep on moving through that.
Monitoring all afternoon commutes, construction began this morning again in Tuscaloosa on I-2059 in both directions. Lane closures expected until 4:30 today. It all starts 8 a.m. every single day until November 1st. They're doing some repairs there on the road, so just be mindful as you near mile marker 73 to mile marker 76. Workers will be in both directions and intermittently closing some lanes, so expect some delays through this area as you already do through Cottondale, where the construction is on the interstate already. I'll continue to monitor your commute in Tuscaloosa as well as Birmingham. That's the latest for now with your real-time traffic.
We all know just how devastating a fire can be, especially if you have to live through it. But new research shows that keeping your bedroom door closed at night could actually save your life. CBS 42 News reporter Lee Garner explains in this special report.
So with the help of the Alabama Fire College, CBS 42 News conducted an experiment, lighting and timing 2 fires in a home. And the results in this special report may shock you.
In a fire, we all know seconds count.
Whenever I was on my knees, I just closed my eyes for a few seconds. I was like, this is just a dream. I'm just dreaming. This ain't real.
But did you know 3 little words, shut the door, could buy you a few more?
In the panic and in not being able to realize what was going on, we lost a lot of seconds.
Jennifer Gilbreth and her family are rebuilding their home after a fire started chewing through their walls early one July morning. Gilbreth's daughter, Crimson, slept with her door open. She was burning before she ever woke up. The family was lucky to make it out.
We didn't hear the smoke alarm until we were back at my grandmother's and the house completely collapsed.
Those extra seconds are even more precious now because of the way modern homes are built and furnished.
Synthetics, urethanes, carpets, those type of things are in essence the same components as gasoline.
Because open floor plans and modern furniture burn quicker, modern occupants have even less time to escape.
We'll go in there as soon as they get water going good. We'll go in there and light it off.
CBS 42 set up an experiment with the Alabama Fire College.
If you peer around the corner, just a candle and some paper product.
To test the time difference an open door versus a shut door can make. Here on the left is the room with the open door. On the right, the door is shut. When we speed up the videos, the open door fire has to be put out at the 5-minute mark. Meanwhile, the fire with the door shut.
Yeah, so we're at 10 and a half minutes, 10:30.
And we're still not really seeing that smoke, which is good.
Right.
It's not until over 15 minutes that firefighters step in and extinguish the flames.
Y'all watch your steps. It's wet and nasty now.
We went back inside with firefighters to see damage where the fires started and what happened to the rooms beyond them.
You can look between these 2 doors. There's very minimal smoke damage, soot that's up on the
roof here as opposed to this one that was open, so you can tell how much the fire spread.
Our findings backed up a recommendation from the National Fire Protection Association. A closed door may slow the spread of smoke, heat, and fire and act as a temporary barrier. But without that barrier,
If there had been a family that was sleeping in here and this fire had gone on a little longer, what would have happened? Or what could have happened, I guess?
They could have perished from smoke inhalation. They could have perished from the fire itself if they hadn't had a way to alert them to get out of the residence.
The more barriers you have between the fire and whatever you're trying to protect, the better you're going to be.
while Gilbreth and Crimson recovered in the hospital from their burns, they thought a lot about what they would do differently, what they could tell other families, and what could possibly buy more time in a fire.
It can be the difference between life and death, because doctors had told us that, 3 minutes to 5 minutes, and Crimson may not have made it.
We want to be clear, shutting your bedroom door is not a substitute for having a working smoke detector. Firefighters advise having one on every floor and outside of every bedroom. In the studio, Lee Garner, CBS 42 News.
Still to come on the news at noon. No one likes doing homework. We all remember those days, and some think there shouldn't be any at all. Well, next, some parents try to answer the question, just how much is too much? You're watching the CBS 42 News at noon. Oh, here's a lovely look at the Magic City. More magic right here when we return right after the break.
Did he say taking me out? Okay.
You're watching the CBS 42 News at noon.
Welcome back, folks. Now to the great homework debate. How much is too much, and when should it all begin? A lot to think about there. Well, a growing group of educators say that schools shouldn't give elementary age kids any homework at all. A first grade teacher in Los Angeles, California believes she may have found the balance, a plan she found online called Unhomework. It's an outside the box way to get kids to continue their learning at home, and it's up to each family if they want to do all of it or none at all.
We don't have any compelling research to support the kind of homework most elementary school kids are bringing home.
For the majority of families, this was a welcome piece, a welcome addition, and much appreciated. For some, the question is, is my child missing out on that practice?
Well, homework starting in kindergarten is a guideline supported by both the National PTA and the National Education Association. Happening today, if you love Starbucks, they're getting spooky for Halloween. The Frapula is back. The frozen drink is mixed with white chocolate sauce, milk, and mocha. It's topped with strawberry puree to look like what else but blood. Well, the Dracula-inspired drink is only here until Monday, so you might want to hurry for the Frapula. Still ahead, if you love sports and babies, you'll love this story coming up next. Coming up, why these babies could be the country's youngest Cleveland Indian fans. Oh, me. The sunshine continues. I'm not knocking
which is
it.
good,
Yeah.
but the big but in the picture.
We need to see green, and we
Yeah.
can't do that unless we have some rain.
Yeah, and it's going to be a while. Actually,
Really?
today marks the 40th day that we've been without any measurable rain here in the Birmingham metro. Now, let me throw this out there. That does not mean all of central Alabama has not seen rain. That's just because our measuring site is at the airport, and the bucket at the airport has been rain-free for 40 days. Now, that being said, yesterday we saw some blips on the radar to our north, but those quickly fizzled and unfortunately really didn't make its way over east of 20 or 59. Here's what we're looking at right now. Drier air in place. Look, some cooler spots. It's all relative, right? 79 in Center, 70s in Heflin, but look at the mid-80s already moving in. 84 in Jasper, 81 in Tuscaloosa right now. And we will continue to see a pretty clear sky here in Birmingham. A live look from our Storm Track Tower cam. 81 in the Magic City, same with Anniston. Just mentioned Tuscaloosa's at 81. Sun-filled sky in our Storm Track radar. Very little activity. It's dry as a bone outside. And you know what? Today marks day 40. I have a feeling we could get to day 50 without seeing rain. For right now, the foreseeable future is not in the favor of moisture. It's in the favor of record heat, and that's what we're talking about this afternoon. 86 is our forecasted high here in Birmingham. On record, 86 is the hottest temperature that we've seen on this day in history. So if we hit 87, we could break the record. If we hit our forecasted high, we'll at least tie, and we'll go down to the record books regardless. 87 in Tuscaloosa, Clinton 87 as well, Coleman 84, Jasper 84. With those temperatures already in the low 80s, I wouldn't be surprised if we get on up there into the mid to upper 80s today. Here's a look at those Friday Night Lights football forecasts. 78 for kickoff, 67 around halftime. Magic City fans, thanks for coming to town. Welcome you to the Magic City. Here's a look at the kickoff time. 3 p.m. 86 will be your temperature. 5 o'clock 87 degrees and 85 by that final whistle. It's going to be a warm one out there for sure. And Auburn fans, not a whole lot of relief. Even if you just head over to Mississippi, you'll be heading to take on Ole Miss in Oxford. 80 degrees for that 6:15 kick tomorrow. Alabama has the week off. Don't worry. I'm not trying to take Alabama out of the forecast this week. They have a bye, and we're looking at 87 on Sunday, another mild Monday. I mean, we'll just call it a hot Halloween. 87, that's hot for Halloween standards, and staying dry. 81 for Thursday, and look, 7 more days of continued sunshine and no rain. And that's a look at your Storm Track 7-day forecast. Jamie?
All right, Ashley, thank you. Coming up on the news at noon, one hit CBS show is about to mark a major milestone. Next, just how important Sunday is to the show Elementary and its cast. Here's another live look at the Magic City for you. Hey, we'll be right back. Welcome back. The hit CBS drama Elementary will be celebrating a special milestone this Sunday. It will be the show's 100th episode. Well, Elementary stars Johnny Lee Miller and Lucy Liu. There will even be a special Holmes and Watson theme to the show, complete with a murder to solve. And you can catch Elementary right here on CBS at 9 o'clock Sunday night. New at noon, these 3 babies, oh my goodness, will melt your heart, but they could be the country's youngest Cleveland Indian fans. Babies born at Cleveland Clinic hospitals are sporting World Series onesies. All newborns that arrive during the World Series will be dressed in the outfits to help cheer on the Indians. But the Indians haven't won the World Series since 1948. So here's to hoping they can pull it off. Oh, love it. The news at noon doesn't stop here. We're right back with your 7-day forecast right after the break.
Here's a quick recap of your weather today. It's going to be a warm one. Temperatures in the mid-80s, lots of sunshine, only heating up as the weekend rolls on. And I cannot believe the 87 on Halloween. It's going to be a warm one next week. Get ready.
Obviously. Well, that's all the time we have for now. On-air coverage continues at 5. Go to WIAT.com for the latest news, weather, and sports. Happy Halloween weekend.